I do wonder if that video is supposed to be that thin. That seems like a very thin video. This is Die Hard Trilogy 2. Viva Las Vegas. I had to actually look and see what the subtitle was because it's so generic that I couldn't remember. This is a sequel to Die Hard Trilogy, as you may have guessed. Not developed by Probe Entertainment this time around. Developed by N-Space, which were a small. I don't know if they were small, but they did a lot of DS ports. They actually did a lot of licensed stuff, a lot of original stuff as well. Only closed this year actually, so they've been around for a long time. This is a real weird game. More the fact that it exists, because I remember. Oh, actually, it's gonna play a little video. Good. Okay, some demo footage while we talk, while we chat. So I remember reading Official PlayStation magazine at the time, which, if you're a kid and don't understand the concept of having a video game magazine, that's how I used to find out about video games. The internet existed, but wasn't always easy to find this stuff. Die Hard Trilogy was a massive success for Fox. And so, I want to say that 2 or 3 years after the first one, they announced this sequel, and I kind of looked at it and thought, why Die Hard Trilogy 2 is such a weird concept. They essentially took it away from being about the movies or based on the movies and just took the themes of the gameplay. So once again, you've got a third-person shooter, you've got a light gun shooter, and you've got a driving game. But there's something about it. It just doesn't quite capture the heart of what was good about the first one. It does look better than this. The video is actually doing it a disservice. Let's actually have a look at some gameplay. It's got a couple of modes. It's got a movie mode and an arcade mode. I think movie mode just adds cutscenes. Possibly. There you go. Oh, another thin video. Great. I'll have fun editing this.
Yeah?
John, it's Kenny. Kenny Sinclair.
Kenny, how's it going? Where you been, man?
Things are going great. In fact, that's why I'm calling. I'm the new warden at the Mesa Grande prison here in Vegas. They're throwing a bash for me next week, and I'd like you to come out here for it.
What are you talking about?
Look, John, I know about your problems out there.
It's a good
I
jump,
thought a
McClane.
change of scenery would help. I still remember how you were there for me when I got in trouble with the department.
Why not? It's not like I'm doing much else these days.
Great, I'll send you a ticket. Oh, and John, wear a suit, will ya? You do have one, right?
Nothing like a prison bash.
It's a beaut as prisons go. I'm still in shock that they made me warden. We've got one prisoner, Klaus von Hau, a big-time international terrorist and hacker with ties to all types of crime. He's in the new B-Wing solitary, cell B202. I'll take you on a tour over there. Oh, John, I see some people I'd like to introduce you to.
That's John McClane?
Reese, I've got someone I want you to meet. Reese Hoffman, Elena Goshkin. This is my old police buddy, John McClane. He's out here to get away from the rot of the Big Apple.
Hoffman? Are you connected with the new Hoffman's Roaring Twenties casino?
Yes, the casino has been a lifelong dream of mine.
Sorry to break this up, but I promised John a tour.
Somebody brought MIDI hits.
Nice to
the-
meet you,
the party.
Mr. McClane.
Yes, nice to meet you.
I'm gonna guess those guys are bad guys?
Warden, you better get over here fast. We've got inmates loose and they're rioting. It also looks like we've got a large number of guards helping the inmates, and they're all headed towards Sector 7.
The party?
Yes, sir.
Have you tried to lock him down?
Yes, sir. But there's something wrong with the system. And, sir, Klaus is missing.
Damn! All right, I'm going to the main control
One
room to
important
deal with
prisoner's
this.
gone missing,
John,
oh no!
secure every door you can on your way back to the party. I'll meet up with you later.
You can deal with this, John McClane. You're off duty, but we know you're good for it. McClane is now alone.
I got a bad feeling about this.
So as you can tell, graphics are a lot better than Die Hard Trilogy 1, which they damn well should be, considering there's been 3 or 4 years since the first game. This game came out in about 2000. So it's fairly late era. You got electrocuted. Oh, I've got a pistol.
This is more like it.
Jesus. Let's try and remember the controls.
Oh yeah.
So the thing I was amazed by, I was going to play around with this earlier. There's an advanced control mode. If you click the right stick in, you actually get left and right stick. It's not as refined as you would expect these days, and you have to press L1 to shoot for some reason. But I thought that was interesting. Like the fact that that actually exists in a game this old. That's... Oh. I thought all the guards have turned rogue. That's pretty good. Oh no. Why is that guard in the chair? Is it just so I can hit the button? Surely it is. Friendly. That's non-breakable glass. It's a shame. Let me in. Can I break this glass? That's the unfortunate part of this tutorial so far. Oh, yes, you can also press triangle and you get a first-person view, which again is inverted and not particularly useful. How'd the soldier man get in here? Can't get through there. I climb through there. So it does. There is some level of auto aim, which is kind of nice. It's not actually that dissimilar from the first game, to be honest, in the way it controls. It's a little bit less swimmy, but actually it's a little bit more stilted. So what you lose in fluidity, you gain in the ability to actually control the action.
More like it.
Go in there. Some greys in the corner. I'll take those.
This should come in handy.
So I put this down the list of games that I always wanted to play and never got around to, and then when I started collecting PS1 stuff
This is more like it.
probably about 10 years ago, I picked this up and was horrified by what it wasn't, I guess. I was kind of hoping for a more competent version of the first game, and I got that, but it's sort of missing the soul of... Or I can strafe, L1 and R1. Press the red button? Sure, it's press the red button time. That opens that weird rolly door.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh. Press this red button. A Junior Kim 3D. This is not useful. That's supposed to be useful, that's not useful. Can I shoot that out and jump down? Yes, I can. Oh no. Let's open all the prison. That seems like a safe idea.
I'm looking for one of these.
I can get whatever that yellow thing is. That's gonna be some health, isn't it? Pixelated posters and all sorts of stuff. I'm not sure about the music. Again, it feels like if you were asked to make a an update to a game that came out in 1996 that had all that techno in it, this is what you would do for the music, because it's kind of similar but a little bit more modern. Can I throw a grenade? Whoa! No, I don't want that. I want to throw a grenade. Is it square? Ooh, Jesus Christ. There's got to be a button on this controller that throws a grenade. Controls. Circle. Yeah, that's what's pressing. I like it. That was easy. So I hope there's no enemies. Oh, there isn't. Okay, at least, in their defense, when I opened that door, he didn't just shoot me, because it was very difficult to see what was through that door. Like, there's see-through walls to help, much like the first game, to kind of help you get around the fact that the camera's a little bit claustrophobic. But in that instance, the walls weren't see-through. Okay, this is just a kitchen with nothing in it. Let's go through here. I need to get through to there somehow. Alright. Is there another button I need to press somewhere? I'm just going to have random guys showing up for the rest of the level now. Oh, a chair. I didn't notice that before. None of these have opened up. That's still unbreakable. Oh, music's run out again. Definitely can't open that door. There's not much I can do over this side then. Can't open those. Well, there's armor in there. That'd be useful. Alright, let's go back the other way. Back this way. This is the start of the level, right? There's nothing over here. That's just like viewing rooms. So it must be on the right somewhere. I'll try through here again. Oh. Oh, come on. He can't see me. Cheap. Cheap game. Nothing in there. In there. That's just another viewing room. Oh, I got a key card. Ooh. Wait, have I got oh shit. Well, at least it's a smoke grenade.
I've been looking for one of these. I've been looking for one of these.
Yes, shotgun. That's better than the stupid shotgun. The shotgun is better than the shock gun. Okay, I can't press... That's just the camera button. Alright, what else can I do? I've only got 100 shells for the shotgun, I better save them. I can't get through there. Is there another door with a key card that I didn't try? Oh, I need to stop walking in front of cameras, I think. Is that what's alerting guards to my presence? Yes, apparently so. Can you shoot the cameras? Just game 101. There we go. This is just the room with the prison cells in it. No. Oh, there's an objective screen here. Locate the security card. Do I have the security card now? Is that what the thing was? Oh, hang on a second. Was the door to the thing in here, did that have a security key on it? No, it didn't. .202 is the cell I need. Ah. There's a door somewhere that I must be able to open. So I'm having much the same problem I had with this game the last time I tried to play it, which is that it doesn't really tell you much. I'm also running out of health, which is going to be a problem. So I've got the key card. What door is it expects me to be able to go through? That's the one I just went through. That's the one that's got all the ammo in it. That's just the camera button. Yep, that doesn't really do anything. Nothing over this side. That button's already pressed. I feel like this is one of those idiotic things where somebody's going to immediately tell me, it's like, no, you missed the really obvious thing. There's no thing on the wall here. Nothing in here I can interact with. I've got to say, as an introduction to your game, this is not a brilliant first level. It's essentially a confusing mess of a maze. And you know, I could blame my stupidity for not being able to do this, but this is literally the second time in 10 years that I've played this first level and just been completely confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing. Can I press that again? No. There's nothing in one of these rooms that... All these rooms are the same though. Just some energy drink in that one. And why would you have a switch or a secret stash in one of these rooms? That'd be ridiculous. I'm totally at a loss.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hmm. You can't use explosives or something, can you? Literally just grasping at straws here. Alright, let's go take a look at the other modes, because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here all day trying to figure that out. But this is a different kind of structure. As the thing I forgot to mention is that, yeah, so originally if you think about Die Hard Trilogy 1, you had the concept of I want to play the shooter, I want to play the driving game, or I want to play the light gun shooter. In this game you could just pick. The mission mode, it's actually structured in such a way that you go through the story and the story kind of alternates between the game modes rather than having 3 separate stories. I'm guessing the arcade mode is going to be more similar to what Die Hard Trilogy 1 was. Oh Christ, it's the same level. So it's just the same levels with
I got a bad feeling about this.
the cutscenes taken out. Brilliant. Okay. So if you just wanted to play all of the first-person shooter stuff, you could do that. If you want to play all the driving stuff, you could do that. Let's go and have a quick look at the other two gameplay modes then. Be a bit of a crap look at this if you only look at 1/3 of the gameplay. Okay, so for some reason I'm not at the party anymore. The one thing I will say about this is that the graphics are much improved from the first game for being 3 years later, but that cursor is rather rough. Yeah, the music is just it's like a rave. There's very little about this that says John McClane is in a prison shooting rogue guards. The controller is quite jerky as well, so it's quite. I'm playing with the analog stick, and it's quite tricky to line up your shots, quite as you would hope. House of the Dead 2, this is not. Whoa, rocket launcher. Literally nodding my head to the music over here. That's a bit of a giveaway. What's this red target by the column for? Oh, there's a person behind it. Toilet. I also don't know if the light gun shooter sections of these were actually, because in the first game you could actually play them with like a Predator light gun. I don't know whether this supports that, or whether you have to play it with the controller. I thought that was sort of a big deal at the time. The ability to actually play with a proper light gun. It's flaming mattresses. Nice destructible. What's that? You just kill a mouse in that vent. You actually can't shoot them. Ah, this feels cruel now. Lots of contraband up in the ventilation for a new prison that's just arrived. Mind you, I think a bottle of whiskey in the vents is probably not something to worry about if you've got a rogue international crime man taking over the prison. Oh, I want that. Whatever's in that crate. It's a giant laundrette. It's the really stupid rocket launcher. Yeah, see, it's kind of... This one and the driving one in particular feel like clones of Die Hard 2 and 3 from the first trilogy. Just without the... Die Hard 2, it's not my favourite of the set, and it's kind of weak by today's standards, but I love the music, the atmosphere. Has a charm to it. This just feels like, they did a light gun shooter as close to the original game as possible. You know what? I don't think we need to play another level of that. Oh, it's a big guy. How many shots is that going to take? Let's not find out. Let's do the driving bit. Because the driving bit is where this actually seems to be okay. It's a nice driving noise. Chase a pair of buses.
No parole for you.
So, again, the controls are a little bit twitchy, but I find this infinitely more controllable. Well, until it gets super fast. Oh, don't hit the cows. It's like Tank Racer, you gotta hit all the animals. Yeah, when it starts trying to make you do tight corners, there you go, you can do some nitrous now. And you just... yeah, you just blow past the enemy. It's a little bit more lenient with the time though. Okay, so we've got radar in the top left that tells you where the car you're looking for is. And then you just repeatedly crash into the back of them until they are dead. And then it explodes, and the car jumps up in the air like it did in the original. It's just... oh god, come on, get you out together. Doesn't help that brake and reverse are on the triangle button, not the square button. That's a very strange choice. Also, why does it sound like John McClane shouting in his car? Sounds like he's in a big cavernous warehouse. Come back here. Nitrous. Get back here. He's off. It's also like setting this in Vegas. I think the driving sections are super lame. I suppose there must be driving sections in actual Vegas cityscapes that are interesting, but like driving around the desert, it's just, you know, it's somewhere cheap for assets because you can just get away with, you know, rocks and cactuses. Doesn't make for particularly compelling gameplay though. Prepare. Yeah, it doesn't have the same... I appreciate that it doesn't have the same sort of really limited time that the first one had, but it also doesn't have the urgency. It just feels like, you know, car combat. If you were looking for car combat on the PlayStation, there's much better places to go than Die Hard Trilogy 2. Where's he gone? He just murdered that cow. Oh, never mind. Another one? Keep going. Through the... It's just the same thing over and over again. Crash through the thing, drive for a little bit, hit a cow, hit a cactus, back into another arena. Oh, level complete, never mind. That was the level. Oh, I best save my game though. Yeah, there's something about this game that doesn't... I kind of question why we need it.
Nice wheels. Go, go, go.
Here we go, this is more like it. Driving in a place that actually has traffic and people and buildings, not just an endless parade of cactuses and cows. But then the frame rate can get a little bit... oh, with twitchy controls and a iffy frame rate, this gets quite tricky. Man, this is an iffy frame rate. Luckily the rave music's still going. When I think of Vegas, I think of rave music.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
At least I'm getting plenty of time because I haven't found the car yet. So there's a practice mode as well where you can kind of... It's sort of teaching you... as if you're doing kind of cop training. So the first one is... Actually, the third-person shooting section is a lot like Die Hard Trilogy 1. It was like, you know, go into this room, get all the hostages out, which is quite neat. Second one is shoot some cardboard targets. Third one is just drive around and do roughly what you'd be asked to do if you were, you know, in any of these missions. So destroy these cars, avoid these mines, that sort of stuff. I'm running out of time here, which is good because I'm running out of patience as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I like the idea. I sort of like the idea of doing an original Die Hard game, but I feel like calling it Die Hard Trilogy 2 and trying to ape what the previous game did just feels like a ploy, a cash grab from Fox, really. No offense to the N-Space developers, but I kind of didn't feel like we needed another Die Hard game. Oh, see if I can reverse into it. Oh, I'm out of time. And no massive explosion either. No, I'm good. Anyway, that's Die Hard Trilogy 2. Oh, cutscene. He's tired. He's quit the force. And I'm going to quit this video. That's Die Hard Trilogy 2.